Hello there, Ajay here from TARS. I'm a software engineer who works on our AI systems and front-end engineering. This has led to me being dubbed the website wizard of our team. If you've ever had to revisit or update a website that's been growing for years, you know the feeling. It's overwhelming. The longer a site lives, the more tangled it gets, like a snowball going downhill. This seemed like a great opportunity to try out the Webflow MCP Bridge app with Claude. On paper, this seemed incredibly powerful. You can control your Webflow Designer, opening up different pages and editing components on the fly. Plus, you can see all of it happen in your browser like a live time lapse. At the time of recording this, all I could find were the official docs and a few tutorial videos. So, I decided to make this video to share my own experience on a real world use case. At TARS, we have a Webflow site that acts as a directory for our AI agent templates. It has a diverse set of about 30 categories across various industries and use cases. However, we noticed half of these categories were competing for the same keywords as our other high-ranking pages. So, we decided to remove these category pages to reduce the clutter. Alright, so our aim is threefold. First, remove navigation to those 16 legacy category pages. Then, unpublish those legacy category pages. And finally, cover our SEO bases with a few redirects to those soon to be unpublished template pages. Now, without further ado, let's start with the meatiest part. We have the set of navigation pills that is placed on the landing page and each category page. Turns out, this was just one snippet of elements copy-pasted across all those pages, meaning I would have to make the same set of changes 16 times. So, I opened up Claude and asked to read those static elements and make a new Webflow component that we can reuse as much as we want. We even threw in a JavaScript snippet to highlight the active category the user was on. Watching Claude work in my designer made me wish I had this when I was learning Webflow, because it's like an interactive guide who I can stop and ask questions to at any time. So here's where I ran into my first con. I asked Claude to get rid of the old static elements that made up the navigation pills before, and it couldn't find the remove tool. Turns out, the MCP app didn't have a tool that could outright delete elements. So I had to step back in and delete each one with Claude's directions. Anyway, Claude managed to add the new navigation component to the remaining category pages and set everything up for a quick test, which is where we ran into another frustrating bug. So Webflow lowercases all the class names in the highlight script that we added earlier, which meant our script was silently failing to find the active category to highlight. This took me and Claude a while to debug, considering how small a fix we needed to make. Here, I would recommend letting Claude visit your staging site through a browser MCP tool like Playwright. This lets it see the page as if it were an actual user. Next up, we had to remove the actual category pages or draft them in Webflow terminology. I asked Claude to take the lead here, but after a bit of searching, it came back with bad news. Just like with deleting elements, turns out there was no way for the MCP app to change the publishing state of a page. That meant I had to manually step in and click the draft button for each of those 16 pages. Last up, we need some redirects in case crawlers or bookmarks lead visitors to the old pages. Unfortunately, the MCP app did not yet have the tools to manage the publishing settings of a site. Luckily, Claude was still quite helpful here. I found our existing redirects, downloaded them as a CSV, and gave it to Claude. It patched in redirections for each of the pages we just removed and gave me a combined CSV which I could easily upload back into Webflow with just a few clicks. So that wraps up all the tasks we started to complete with Webflow MCP app. Now for the big question, would I recommend you try this out on your own Webflow sites? Absolutely yes. Having your AI agent work autonomously in your designer is like magic. You could leverage this to learn about Webflow's more intimidating features, investigate how your current site is set up, or just tackle tasks that would take you hours on your own. My advice is to be open to learning. When you hit a roadblock with the MCP tools, your AI agent can still walk you through the manual steps or help you find another way to achieve your goal. Tech changes fast, so be sure to reference the official docs to know what the MCP tools are capable of when you start using them. Alright, that brings us to the end of my story using Webflow's MCP tools for the first time. If you guys have played around with MCP tools like this, feel free to drop your story in the comments. Thanks for watching.